Sup peeps, this is Supreme King Z with a redo of What If Naruto was an Otsutsuki. So, yeah. So we start off with Naruto on a B-rank mission fighting A-class road ninjas. And during this tired him out because he was doing most of the work. And during this, Orochimaru, the Snake Sonic, ended up capturing Naruto. During that period of time, all the Kage were traveling to a Kage summit. And when they were discussed, a few days later, when they all got there and they were discussing about what they need to do and stuff, they feel an outburst of chakra. A huge outburst of chakra, higher than any human or any ninja ever had before. So all the Kage went to go figure out what it was. During and while going to figure out what it was, they ended up at one of Orochimaru's hideouts. And they walked in and found the Sound 4. So the Raikage said, I'll take him. Take them. You figure out what was that outburst of chakra. And the rest of the Kage went to go figure it out. And the Sound 4, because I don't know particularly what their names are. So I know Jirobo, I forgot the rest. So one of those Sound 4 would say, you're not going to harm Lord Orochimaru. Then the Raikage said, oh, I'm not, and activated version 2 of the lightning cloak. And then the Raikage said, now let's have some fun. And we skip back to the Kages running through the hideout. And we see, then they burst through a door, seeing Naruto on the table. Naruto in a capsule and multiple tubes going into the capsule, and multiple needles being injected into Naruto. And when this happened, it was already at 95%. So Orochimaru was like, so y'all have finally came. I was expecting y'all. I knew the Kage wouldn't just leave a big burst of chakra alone. They wouldn't just not investigate. And Orochimaru would get into a fighting stance and then say, oh, I almost forgot. And made some hand signs and said, reanimation jutsu. And 3 three caskets rose from the ground. One said 3. One said 1, and one said 2. The first one to break down was the casket that had the kanji of 1, that revealed the first Hokage, the second, and the third Raikage. And the third Raikage straightened his hand and put it into a blade motion, and all the other Kage got into a stance, and the 3 reanimations and Orochimaru got into a stance and engaged in battle. While battling, because I'm not going to go too much into detail with the battle because I don't feel like it right now. While battling, the machine hit 100, and a huge outburst of chakra knocked all the Kage and Orochimaru back. And the glass on the capsule broke, and Naruto fell out. And the needle's red corpse, Kekkei Genkai, chakra natures, photographic memory, and all the genetics that were injected into him ultimately turned his hair white. And Naruto's hair turned white, and he looked up and looked at Orochimaru, and his eyes flickered to a crimson red, back to white, to a purple, to a violet purple with the rings in it, back to a crimson red with slicks in it. And then his voice changed, and Naruto said in a demonic voice, "Orochimaru, you have made a grave mistake of choosing me, because this is your deathbed." And Naruto disappeared and had Orochimaru in his had Orochimaru by his throat and slammed Orochimaru into a wall. And Orochimaru coughed up a half a liter of blood and said, How is he so strong?" with a raspy voice. Naruto would say, "I thought I was your experiment," and tightened his grip around Orochimaru's throat. Then threw Orochimaru to another wall, and before Orochimaru's body impacted with the wall, Naruto punched it. Then Orochimaru flew to a different area and he kicked it. And whenever Orochimaru's body was about to impact with anything, Naruto would punch, kick, use a jutsu to ultimately midway killing Orochimaru. But then something black appeared in Naruto's hand, and it looked like a rod, and Naruto was in the moment, so he threw it at Orochimaru, disintegrating Orochimaru's body. And the Kage were astonished at how a 13-year-old kid could take care of of a Sonic level ninja with ease. I apologize about that. That was me about the bear. And Hiruzen would say Naruto, and Naruto would look at him. With one of his eyes had the Rinnegan, and the other had the Byakugan. Then the Byakugan changed to the Sharingan. Then the Rinnegan changed to a QB influenced style. And then it changed back to normal. Is regular sapphire blue. And Naruto passed out. And Naruto was taken to the summit. And the Kage were discussing who Naruto was going to, what village was Naruto going to go to. But then Naruto woke up, and then the agreement was just made that Naruto would train in each village, then come back to the leaf and become the sixth Hokage. Because Hiruzen already had a person in mind to become the fifth. All he needed to do is get them there. So Naruto woke up and said, Gigi, where are we? And Hiruzen would say, Naruto, we're at the 5 Kage Summit. And then Raikage A would say, boy, you have potential. And we suspected that you might become the next Sage of the Six Paths. And Naruto knows of the Sage of the Six Paths, so he would be amazed, shocked, and excited at the same time. So then Naruto would say, okay, so do I just go back to the village and act like this never happened? Or then Hiruzen cut him off and said, no, my boy, you will train in every village, but we start your training here. And then Naruto would say, okay, and then he would try to get up, but during when he was killing Orochimaru, he was using the gate of death. He didn't intentionally open it. He opened it on accident. And since he had Otsutsuki blood, he really could not die. So, multiple of his bones are broken. His leg, his shin is shattered. His bone in his thigh is shattered. His forearm on his right side is shattered. His shoulder blade on the left side is shattered, and multiple ribs are broken. So Naruto tried to get up, and ultimately, when he got up, one of his ribs punctured his lungs, and Naruto started breathing heavy. What the hell happened? And then passed out. Naruto woke up in the hospital with Hiruzen next to him, a blonde-haired girl, and a girl with the hair color of night and with white eyes that tied her to the Hyuga clan, and a girl that had a ponytail and one side of her face was covered by her bangs. And when he woke up, he was perfectly fine because his Otsutsuki because basically the Uzumaki, the Senju are basically every clan is descendant of Otsutsuki. So that means if you're an Otsutsuki, you can heal faster than the 100 healings. Yeah, so. And Naruto would say, Gigi, what happened? Then Hiruzen would say, when you got up to try to walk, you punctured one of your lungs with your rib. And then after Hiruzen said that, the girl named Ino and the girl named Hinata Hyuga would kinda hug him and start to silently cry. But this all was broken when a girl with pink hair, pink eyes, and wore pink walked in and said, Naruto, where were you? I was scared, with a fake, worried face. Then Naruto said, I was captured by Orochimaru. And then her real face, her real personality was had an insane smile, but she was impersonating and she was worried, and she started to fake cry and said, I was so worried, but in her head she said, when you get out, I'll put you through the most gruesome torture you have ever felt. You'll wish that you were never born, you insolent brat. Then Naruto would say, stop crying, please, with a scared face. And then Hiruzen would say, we, and Hinata, we need to leave the room. And when Hiruzen, and Hinata left the room, the girl's face changed from a worried to a mad and insane smile. And she would walk up to Naruto and whisper in his ear, you should have been stronger, you piece of trash. And this would ring through Naruto's ear, echoing with she said, And then Naruto would say, Sakura, don't do anything to me, please. And then Sakura would say, I can't make any promises. And then a lady walked in, and then instantly Sakura's face went back to her worried and tears going down, and I was so worried. And then the medical attendant nurse said, Miss Harino, I need you to step outside so we can run some tests so we can release him. Then Sakura walk out and go home. Then they would run tests and they would release him. The two people that was there to help him walk home were Ino and Hinata. They walked him home and Sakura was inside. And she said, I can take care of him now. Y'all can go on home. And then when they left, Sakura had an insane smile on her face and said, so you couldn't walk here by yourself? You needed those bitches to help you? And sorry for my cussing, but it's a lot of other stuff and this one being here. So yeah. And so now it's time for your torture. It's time for you to repay me with your screams. And then and then Sakura would close the door, and all through the night you could hear Naruto screaming all through the day because Naruto was released from duty for the whole week. So he would be getting raped and tortured day in, day out. And after the week was finished, Naruto was physically and mentally fragile. Any little thing could just break him into a million pieces. And Naruto took a little more off, but he found a hotel instead of going back home to get by himself. He did it for 2 weeks, and then Sakura missed her period. And then Sakura went to the doctor to see what was wrong. And the doctor said, you are pregnant. Then Sakura had a very angry face on her. And so after that 2 weeks, she would tell Naruto. Naruto would be over the moon to hear that he has a kid coming. So he trained extra hard and bought all the stuff for it. And the 9 months came. Sakura gave birth and they went home. The baby was only there for a few days. And then one night, Sakura would say, I need you to sign these documents for our baby. Then Naruto would say, okay, and sign them. Little did he know those were abortion papers. And so Sakura would take this to the doctor with her baby, and the baby would be put to rest permanently. Because I don't really like the idea of killing babies. So I'm not just gonna. Because any other, like, if you kill a kid, I'll be like, he was killed. But if you, like, kill a baby, like, if you kill a kid and you kill a baby, that's two different things. Like, you can kill a kid and I might hate you, but if you kill a baby, I would despise you. Like, I would despise you. So, Naruto would get up the next morning looking for his child, and then he would say, ask Sakura, where is our son? And Sakura would say, oh, I didn't tell you? You signed abortion papers. And he was put to rest permanently. And Naruto hearing this would ring through his head. Ring and ring, echoing. And then Naruto would silently cry and walk out. And then he will go to the tallest building. He'll go onto the Hokage monument and stand on the tip of a hair of the fourth Hokage. Then he would jump and fall, and then boom, that would all you hear, and people screaming. Then Naruto would be rushed to a hospital, and he would be treated. And the beginning 9, the Ricky 9, or the Ricky 12 with Gosio, except for Sakura. Sasuke will rarely come. He comes for like 10 minutes. So, the two people that were the three people that were mostly there was Tintin, and Hinata. And when Naruto woke up, they were the only people there. And a few other people, like Lee, Neji, Kiba, Shino. Like all the Ricky 9. Like all the Ricky 12 except for Sakura. And Sakura and Sasuke. So they would all cry and stuff like that. They would all cry together. And then so Kiba would ask, why did you try to commit suicide? Then Naruto would say, I don't want to talk about it. Then Kiba would say, the hell you do want to talk about it. The hell you don't want to talk about it. You almost committed suicide. You were the sunshine in all of our lives. Without you, it would be darkness. So why did you do it? And he would raise his voice. And yeah, why did you do it? Why did you why did you almost kill yourself? Then Naruto would say, I don't want to talk about it, yo, get back. Because you wouldn't understand. And then Kiba would say, you have some nerve. And he was about to go over there and hit Naruto. Then Shino grabbed his shoulder and said, no, don't do it. He's been through a lot. If anything would make him do it, commit suicide, it would definitely make us commit suicide because he was way more brighter than us. Then Naruto would be released from the hospital. Then he would walk home, and then he would open the door, and Sakura would be there, and she would be like, then she would say, ready for torture, and then she would try to grab Naruto, but Naruto sidestepped and punched her, knocking her through the wall and sending her flying. And then Naruto would say, don't you dare touch me, in his demonic voice. You monster. Then he would grab all his things, pack it into a bag, and then pack his stuff. But during all of this, the new Hokage would be Tsunade. So he would go to Tsunade and say, I think I'm ready to go travel to different villages and learn what I need to learn from them to become the next sage of the six paths. And then Tsunade would say, okay, but all the rookie nine would be there and Kiba would say, what? You're going to become the next sage of the six paths? And then Sasuke would scoff. The only real person fit to become the sage of the six paths is me. Dope. Naruto hearing this would be enraged but didn't do anything. Then Sakura would say, chuckle and say, yeah, really. And before Naruto, and then Ino and Hinata would say, can we go with him? And Tsunade would allow this. So they would go and pack their bags. Then they will come to the main gate. And then everyone will get out of there. And then Sakura would say, Naruto. And then Naruto would look back. And unison, Naruto and Sakura would say, it's over. And then Naruto would say, you scum. And then walk away. And then everyone would look at Sakura and say, what did you do to make Naruto call you scum? So then Naruto would travel, and he would be going to the Sand Village. But on his way, he encountered a village where he booked a hotel to stay in because they had been traveling they would encounter a village named Ryu, and they would go in, and they would see dragon kites, dragon food, dragon named food, and other things about dragon that people made up. So then they will be greeted by the royal family of you can think of the last name for the family, but I really don't feel like it. So yeah. So then they would be greeted by not the royal, the lords of the land. So the daughter of the lord.
Oh, I apologize.
You did that on purpose.
No, I did not. I totally forgot that you said that.
So, apologize about that. That was my brother. So, they would go, the lords, the princess, the lords will make the lord of the land would make his daughter to take them around the village and stuff, so they can get familiar with it. And so during them walking and not them talking, Naruto would look at the girl and be like, and then say in his head, she is really attractive. I want to see if she can become my girlfriend. Then he would ask, Ryu, well, can you become my girlfriend? Then Ryu would say, what? We just met today. And she'll be flustered and blushing. And then she would say, don't you have girlfriend? Girlfriend? Then Naruto would say, yes, I have two actually. And he pointed to Hinata and, and then said, so will you be my next one? And then flashback. Hinata and Ino was fighting over Naruto. And then Naruto said, I will have a harem while they were fighting, and they would be like, what? Huh? And so after they hear that, they start discussing with each other on how to make it work. So they discuss, they figure it out, and so they start dating in the flashback. And then Ryu would say, sure. And then they would go back to the thing. Then Naruto will walk Ryu back to her house and they will go to the hotel. the next day, Naruto would walk out at 6 a.m. to go look around the village and stuff. But then he'll see Ryu running laps around the running laps around the little village. Hold on 1 second. And then when she stopped, she started doing push-ups, sit-ups, lunges, pull-ups, and other stuff like that. Then she started training with a sword. Then he would see this and remember the sword style that he made up on the way going there. And he would be like, go over to her and he would say, what chakra nature do you have? And she would say, wind, lightning, and water. Why? And then he would say, okay. And so he would teach her the style, the water style, the water, the wind, and the lightning dragon style. And then she would know those, and she would learn the jutsus and create some jutsus. Then that would take most of the week. It would take 5 days. And then Naruto, because he didn't want to leave his girlfriend there, he asked the Lord, could he take Ryu? And the Lord would say, so it depends on what Ryu says. And then Ryu would say, yes, Father, I would like to go with him. And then the Lord would say, okay. And then he would get some people to pack up Ryu's stuff and send it back to the Leaf. Because Naruto's gonna go to each village and come back. So then they begin their journey. So yeah, this is a redo of what Naruto's Otsutsuki. So, cause I didn't like the other part. So yeah, bye.